Good evening everybody, welcome to IndyILR Racing here for ILR8's German Grand Prix here at the Hockenheimring, a track which I still can't believe we're actually not going to be going to next year. Is that pissing anyone else off? Because it's really irritating me. I saw what they've got from Miami and I'm not liking it. I'm very annoyed, but let's just enjoy this track while we have it, shall we? We've got two races that I'll be covering tonight. I'll be covering ILR8 of course, and I'll be covering the relaunch of ILR1 at 8 PM tonight as well, which is going to be very interesting because I've only ever commented on ILR1 once, and this is going to be a pretty interesting night. Obviously I'm going to comment it on white if you didn't know, and yeah, feel free to be active in the chat, people. I'll be chatting to y'all and having some good banters, etc. So let me quickly just go through the championship standings while we're watching people on their early laps. Baza is still top. There's 4 drivers who can leave it to say on top. So Baza top by 7 points to Splinter. That's 125 to 118. So Splinter second. Strobon third, 17 off Baza. And Dexter fourth, 20 off Baza. So it's going to be any of those 4 who can go top tonight. At the moment, it's Brandon who's P1 on the timing boards. And there are now 3 people still to score points, and they are Mr. John, or sorry, well, Brandon is one of them, and then Mr. John and Ferry Alice. And we've got a full grid of 20 tonight. Let's see if we can get some new point scorers. Now, the rain is forecast about 20 minutes into the race, we think, and it's going to go away after a while. So we're going to get some rain and then strip out to dry again. So it's going to be one of those. It's going to be a classic German Grand Prix situation. We've seen it so much in real life, and looks like we're going to see it again. Now, Jacko, of course, as we all know, has got his ones to watch. And today, let me just quickly get it up for you. His ones to watches are going to be... not loading. Hold on a minute. I shall get it in a second. Is Morn, who got his best ILR finish of 4th at Silverstone, and JP, otherwise known as Speedwood, who is 15th at the moment and looking to get a second good result in a row. So yeah, focusing a little bit less on the top guys today. Still, plenty to watch throughout the field. Now, of course, last week we had the 5-lap championship, so it's actually been 2 weeks since this guy's had a chance to race properly. So we'll see if it makes him a little bit rusty or not, but yeah, we'll have to wait and find out. But yeah, very much looking forward to seeing what we've got in store anyway. Here's Jacko on a medium set. I wonder what these guys will qualify on as well. If I was them, I'd maybe be qualifying on the mediums just to try and get to the rain phase, because the softs do not last particularly long around here. But then again, it could be rain that's not quite heavy enough to go to inters. We do see that. But, well, you know, we'll find out. We'll work with what we get, I guess. But, yeah. Now, let's see how Jacko gets on. It's not going to be a proper lap, this one. I wonder if he's going to go into a second one. More, by the way, it's more ass, just in case anyone is getting confused there. The ats and names of people are very different. And I've also got some race notes here. Whoop, 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 whoop. I've got Sainz making his ILR debut. You should see him somewhere up there. Actually, I'll get you. He should be in a Mercedes, I believe. Yeah, Sainz is making his debut, replacing Matt at Mercedes. So he's GG Gaming King, I'll assume. And Jack is replacing Tudai in the Racing Point. You can see him down in P20. Other note, so as they Sainz making his debut, he's been online racing for only a couple of months, and is yeah, he's been in other leagues, but it's his first venture into ILR, and Splinter is struggling for pace apparently as well, so look up at him being a bit lower down the field than you might expect today. And we've also got our eyes on Dexter, because he's getting closer and closer to that elusive victory, which he just can't ever seem to get. Will tonight be his night? Let's wait and find out. He's currently 20 points off the championship lead, so he could do have a good result to try and put himself back in the running for it. And judging by how this rain might be going, we could see the championship completely change complexion tonight. Right in the last corner, here's Beesma, P5. Let me just actually... There we go. I can see that properly. And Propa starting lap on the sauce. Let's watch him. 11 minutes to go in the session. Monkey Meg on top with the first sort of representative time, I guess, of the day. Everyone else seems to be a bit slower on it, but expect the times to, slowly start going down throughout the session. Propa is on the softs, so he should be pretty quick. As long as he keeps it all on the road, as Straw Blonde goes fastest. Bit wide, that's very wide actually for Propa, but I think he should be alright with that. The ILR1 boys won't be able to get away with that later, but thanks to the different ways of regular corner cutting compared to strip corner cutting, I think you can get away with that. So let's see how Propa does. He's only got a few corners to go, passing by that famous drag strip that we caused so much chaos. You can touch it though now on this game because it isn't going to do anywhere near as much damage as it did in a real life race. But to the line, Propa, P3. A very short lap around here. I think it's a 35 lap race around here if I remember correctly, so that's going to make the rain decision even more difficult because when it's a smaller lap, you've got less time to figure out what decisions you can make. Say on a poor light track, it'll take much longer and you'll have more time to think about your decision when it comes to the rain, so that could also play a factor here. But if it's anything like the real life race, which it's maybe a bit difficult to compare, but if it's anything like the real life race, then we could be in for a cracker here. And of course, don't forget we've got ILR1 later that'll be commentating, and we know those guys like to go a bit doolally. I think we should be having a full grid. It's sort of a combination of the 3 Sunday tiers, ILRs 1, 2 and 3, as they were formerly known, and they've all just been crushed into one now. So the best of ILR, hopefully. It's going to lead to some good racing tonight. Right, we've got a few people here. We've got Carriage in here. We've got Tin, whoever Tin is. With the Titanic is that? Okay. And then Nova Furious. Who's that? Is it bad I don't know who that is? Let me check who that is. Because he's asking for a re-invite. Hold on a minute, let me just make sure. I think I know who you are, but I just want to, be sure on this. I don't know, actually. Okay, I don't know. What's your gamer tag? Yeah, you need to get Jacko to invite you back. And Mr. McMahon. Sorry, hold on a minute. Right, that's Norwich City. He's gonna need a every invite, yeah. I don't know, I think you need to ask Jacko for that. Brandon there, P1, we were watching him while I was trying to figure out who he was, and that is Norwich City. Alfie Jensen, McMahon is in here. Welcome. Are you looking forward to ILR1 tonight? Are you looking forward to embarrassing yourself again in front of the ILR audience? Tin is in Titanic. Oh dear. It just gets worse, this. It really does. But, yeah. Welcome to the stream anyway. And welcome to the rest of you, because I know there's more of you that aren't chit-chatting. Right, here is Camo Babo. He's on a set of the hards and he's going for a second lap on him, I think, so we'll follow him around anyway because he looks to be pushing relatively hard. We've got Murdoch as well. I think Dexter just went to the gravel on the way to the pit lane. Maybe not the best line through there. I want to find someone on a quick set of tires. It's just one of those qualifyings where we just don't know what these guys are going to be on in a minute. Let's see what their best laps were on. Look at that, that's all over the place, isn't it? It could be like that the whole night. We don't really know what we're going to get here. We've got 7 minutes to go in the qualifying session, and currently, no idea what's going to happen. But it's all this blimmin' rain. We just do not know exactly what to expect, and that's good. That's good. I like that. I like not knowing what's going to happen. But some people don't. I don't think they like it. But certainly very interesting for myself. Right, so Murdoch then, he's very low. Let's watch Moras. You know, because he's actually on like a lap. Yellow's never good, especially in Sector 1, but I think it's cleared up okay. We only have 2 people out of this one. Now our Science, I assume Gaming King is, and Mr. John, who left straight at the start, like, he was gone. He came straight into the lobby and he was like, no, and he ran off. So I don't really know, but, Right, let's see how this goes fastest. He's been struggling a little bit on this lap, Moras, but then again, who hasn't really been? It seems a difficult track to get used to. He needs to be at 1:13 dead. He's not going to do that, but he is going to go P2. 3/10 off the pace, though. Really is motoring. Is Brandon at the moment. I don't know what's gonna happen. Oh, that's what's gonna happen. Beast is gonna go off. I'm just sitting there trying to figure it out. I know I'm figuring this out in silence. I do apologize. But what do these guys do? Do they risk it not being wet enough for intermediates? Because that is a genuine possibility. Ah, because it's not a very, as far as I can tell, not a huge amount of rain. But Proper, he's on a lap. He's half a second up. This could go up to P1 if he can keep it up, but he isn't keeping it up. Yeah, he's gone P6, so this is a mind mess. Does anyone in the comments have any idea what's going on? I'm sorry, I know I'm not talking too much. I'm too busy trying to get this through my head. Because, right, what do we think is going to happen? What do we all think is going to happen? Yes, sorry, I should probably explain. Alfie, Jensen McMahon wants to know as Dexter goes P1 on the mediums when they're in. We think it's about 20 minutes in, but we don't know if it's going to be heavy enough to warrant any inters or anything, because it goes to dry again later on, and since I haven't seen the weather forecasts up front personally, we don't really know. So I'm just sort of watching and waiting to see what happens. We've got 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Monkey Meg now goes faster, so the guys in the mediums are starting to pick up the pace. Remember, we said the Splinter was struggling for pace. He's down in P11 right now and looking to try and go up a bit, as is his teammate, Straw Blonde. Let's see where he goes in 5th place at the moment. Not going to go P1, but will go P4. Still not great, I must say. Monkey Meg clear by over 0.2 of a second, over 1/4 of a second. But Brandon's going back out on the sauce, so we're seeing the differences there. We're seeing Norwich City going out, we're seeing Jacko going out on them. So what do we see from these guys? What are we gonna find out? I don't really know. Mark is here. Nice to see you. What do you think these guys are gonna do? We've got 20 minutes until rain, approximately, in the race, but we don't know if it's gonna be heavy enough for the inters or not, because it goes back to dry later on. We're in such a confusing mess. Does anyone else have any ideas? I would be thrilled to know your ideas. Anyway, here's Brandon. This could well be a pole position lap, depending on who else do their soft runs. He was quickest of them earlier. Let's see if he can go faster now. Currently, still sitting in 3rd place, but with a minute and 30 to go, that can change quite a lot. You know, one little tiny mistake on the lap could send him tumbling down the field with how close it is here. When we get to the thick end of it all. And he isn't pushing at the moment, so let's try and find someone else. What about Jacko? Is Jacko pushing? Jacko is pushing. He is pushing. through the last corner. Let's see where he goes. Jess is gone, but Jacko is P2. Alright, let's watch Brandon on his lap. This could be pole position. Through turn 1. Doesn't cut it. Could have taken more speed for there, but you know, I think he might well be happy with that. And into turns 2, 3 and 4. As far as I'm aware, there's 3 corners in this complex. I can't quite find the third one in this complex, but I promise this is now turn 5. I don't get it either, people. But anyway, up to turn 6, here comes Brandon. How late does he go on the brakes? He goes late enough to be able to get into the corner. Hits the apex quite well. Nicely done. Monkey Meg still top. We've only got 10 seconds to go, and there's not that many people out there. It's a very confusing time, it must be said. And at the end, we'll see just how many different types of strategies we'll be looking at here. Up by 10th, Brandon. He needs more than this to go P1. At the minute, he's only moving up 1 position to 3rd, which Dexter currently holds at the moment. Unless he has a killer final sector, it's gonna be not pole position for Brandon. But anyway, let's see the time. 12.7 to beat, and he only gets to 3rd place as I thought he would. What about Moras? Moras isn't up enough to go fastest either. He's going down, actually. He's going down. I think Straw Blonde just crossed the line 5th. If that was who I saw, or maybe it was Splinter that crossed the line 7th. It was one of the Alphas who did something. Norwich City's up by 7/10. This could be pole position if he can just find a bit more in the final sector. Tad wide, but he's pushing the limits. Low on the ERS, however. Let's see if he can get to the line in P1. Last guy to finish the lap, so it's all eyes on the Renault driver. Giving it some through the last 2 corners. Looks pretty good, but let's see what the lap time is. To the line. 12.7 to beat. But he just didn't have the ERS to get there. He saw it was low. He wasn't using DRS either. And he ends up in P3 with that lap. And look at that for the tyres. We've got a 50-50 split. 5 of them on the softs, being Jacko, Norwich City and Brandon, along with Moras and Proopa. And then the rest of the top 10 on mediums, those being Monkey Meg, Dexter, Straw Blonde, Splinter and Baza. Who made the right decision? Let's find out. Very what's going to happen here. I just don't really know. ILR1 might have a lot to beat out tonight at this rate already. Right then. So weird seeing a Williams on pole, I must say. But let's just quickly go through the field. Monkey Meg from Jacko, Norwich, Brandon, Dexter, Strawblonde, Mora, Splinter, Baza and Proopa are your top 10. 5 on the sauce, 5 on the mediums. Then Camab and Murdoch, Speedwood, Beesma, Jack, Jess, Sainz, Rob, Ferry Allison, John. I think King is Sainz. Do you know, I'll just call him Gaming King. Although I was told he was Sainz, I could be calling the wrong person. Maybe I'm just blind and can't see the actual Sainz who's in there. His DRS is broken. That's what happened. So did you have to go the whole lap then, Norwich, without DRS? Because that is a big uh-oh. McMahon there saying that not many people see the ERS, and Gavin Alamonda, Mark, was there saying that he had DRS broken at Monza once for 2/3 of the race and it was awful. So, the track looks pretty good condition for now, but trust me people, this gets crazy soon. I mean, we all know what ILR8 is like, right? We all know that ILR8 is a tier of absolute mentalists. In a good way, I guess. But, yeah, let's see what these guys come up with. Before we get started, tyres. I'm not seeing anybody on the hards, and nor was I expecting it. What about people who want to take a plunge? Oh, actually, okay, it's two. Camo, Babbo and Jack on the hards, but yeah, mediums for the majority. Murdoch, Speedwood, Jess, Gaming King, Rob, Ferry Allison, John are on the mediums, and then Beesma's on the softs. Will the sauce go far enough to get to the rain? The sun is still out. It looks pretty bright out there. Can't say we're expecting rain anytime soon. Just looking through the helmets again, just in case I find any more that I like. That's got an interesting one. Doesn't really suit the racing point, but it looks kind of nice actually. Jess, I think, has changed her design. Fits that car quite well. I think best helmet is still probably Dexter with a Hamilton-inspired helmet. At least it looks like Hamilton-inspired. And yes, it doesn't look great in these conditions though. I think it looks best in a night race condition. You know what I mean? Dexter, oh, he's in Bottas's car. He's got it all wrong. He's got it all wrong. All wrong, lads. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Sorry, complaining now. I'm complaining too much. I complain too much. Right then, predictions in the comments. Who's going to win? Because this could genuinely be one of those races where John comes through the entire field and takes the win. Because the rain is coming. It's not going to be here for long, but it will spice this race up a treat. Monkey Meg is coming to the line. And sorry, I thought it was 35 laps. It's actually 34. That we'll be doing here today at the Hockenheim Ring. ILR returns tonight for 6 tiers of racing. We're still called ILR8, even though we're technically ILR6 now. But listen, we'll ignore that. This is ILR8. And it's a Williams on pole. It's a Williams on last. Let's see how this one plays out as we wait for the lights. And when they all go out, we'll be underway for the German Grand Prix here at Hockenheim. Would be useful if they turned on though first, I must say. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5 lights. What a start from Jacko. There wasn't a jump through. There wasn't a jump start there either. He just had a great launch. So he leads us into the turn. Well, what about Norwich City? He's going to get ahead of Monkey Meg. He then goes off the track. A few of them going wide, but no accidents as of yet. Moraz did have a jump start, however. So he's I think he's actually ghosted. I don't know how his managed to happen, but there's been a bit of contact in there. Dexter and Brandon off to track, and honestly it looked like Dexter wasn't very interested in even staying on the track. I didn't really know what happened there. But look at this, we've got this for the lead. Norwich City going for it, and Jacko in there. And what about Monkey Meg? Into the turn 6, this could end badly. But Norwich City, from third on the grid, taking the lead by the looks of it, round the outside of Jacko in the Red Bull. This is brave stuff for lap 1. The tires are still cold. It's a little bit more difficult to fight this, but Norwich City takes the lead of this race. And there's accidents, I think, behind, or is that just a ghost car again? It's just a ghost car again. Look at all this going on. It just looks like a complete mess. It's very difficult to see what's going on here. It does look a tad laggy, I must say, and that's side by side. That's not one place you want to be doing that. Trust me, I know. There's a Ferrari at the inside, Beesman. Or he's the one ahead, isn't he? Oh, I don't even know. Yellows, that's never good. What's happened? What's happened? Oh, is that? I thought it was going to be in the Sachs Curve Walder for a second, but at the end of lap 1, it is Norwich who leads this race. Should probably actually call him Nova. Nova then. There, that's much better. Nova leads the race then. Remember, the top 2 are on the soft compound tires, so technically Monkey Meg is still at a pretty good advantage right now. Oh, especially with Norwich going wide there at turn 4 or 5. This could be 3 abreast for the lead of the race. Here we go. Jacko, will he go to the inside or the outside? Where will Monkey Meg go? He's going to go flying up the inside. He's going to try and distract Nova while at the same time getting by Jacko, but he's managed to get none of them. A little bit of contact as well on the exit, and that's a car park. What's going on here? We're seeing 2 or 3 people going side by side there, and it's led to everyone just sort of gravitating off the track there. Not the best idea, I must say. Oh, that was never working. Speedwood's going to hit the wall very lightly, but he is now down to the back of the grid, and you've got to be careful not to reverse back on the track, because the car doesn't ghost very well when you're reversing sometimes. It's very odd, but no damage done, I don't think. Just a light love tap into the wall. Oh, that's proper. That's going to be an accident. Ah, Jack had nowhere to go. He had nowhere to go. He put the brakes on, but it was just too late. And Proper and Jacko come together, or sorry, Jack come together on lap 2. And that's a huge amount of damage for the Racing Point driver there. Moras, the other Racing Point car, into the pits now. That's the game, I'm trying to say. 2 laps, these tyres are spent. I want some new ones, please. Thank you. which is never a good sign. And is that Mr. John at a P12 now? That's incredible. I said he maybe could come from last to win. You just never know. You just never know. Here comes Monkey Meg. I think he's gonna got this one this time, and I think these softs are starting to go off, and the sun is still out. So I must say it's looking pretty good for the guys on medians, but that does not mean the guys in the softs are just gonna back off as Jacko backs off. Not the best time to say that, I don't think, but Baza as well. Baza up into P4. He's having a good day so far. The highest out of the 4 in running for the championship at the moment, which is good news, of course, for him. And that's a bit wide there from Jacko. He wants to be careful he doesn't get in trouble there, but I think Baza was actually quite slow into there as he heads through the Sachs curve. This is all letting Norwich get away clear at the moment. He is clear by nearly 2.5 seconds, and this is quite a short track. This isn't, this isn't easy, but yeah, not easy to pull away, but he's doing it. And I just saw we went over 20 viewers. Hello, everybody. Feel free to say hello in the chat. I know I'm not looking at it right now because we're still in the early stages, and I've got to be making sure I'm not missing anything. But hello if you're new here. Great to have you. We're closing in on 1,500 subscribers, so if you fancy becoming one of those, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to hit the notification bell as well, so that you don't miss any of these streams. You have 6 races every Thursday night here on the channel, and so you're going to want to be watching pretty much all of them. Now, this is going to be interesting, because look at this. Baz has tried to get by his teammate, and Straw Blonde has just nicked through. And Straw Blonde is one of Baz's championship rivals, one of the 4 in the running to go up to the top tonight. And Jacko not doing his teammate any favours here whatsoever. Oh, he's not going to have to try and hold up Straw Blonde though, but it looks like these mediums are just so much quicker. And Jacko defends to the inside line, a bit unnecessary, not going to make an overtake here anyway. That's just slowing him down even more. And I'm surprised Jacko made it so difficult for Baza there. I don't think anyone expected that to happen. But, yeah, wow. I'm sure Baza will be very appreciative of that. Let me just quickly see. I think Straw Blonde's the man second in the championship, 7 points behind. Let me just confirm that for you. Okay, no, sorry, he's third. He's 17 behind. Sorry, I get mixed up. And, yeah, Norwich pitting. So these tires do not last. They do not last. Mediums, however, looks like they should be able to last until the rain. So this means that a Monkey Meg is leading the race by 2 seconds, and he might well stay there. But what about Straw Blonde going up to P2? Well, completed it, mate, he says. And look at the run that Baz has now got on his team as Speedwood has an accident, possibly at turn 1. Let's have a little peek, shall we? As Sprinter goes up to P7. Jack sets the fastest lap, and look out for a McLaren. There he is on the inside to the right hand side. Jack's just gone by. Out of the race goes Speedwood. Jacko trying to fly up the inside of Straw Blonde. Again, trying just to distract him a little bit, but no avail. And this is going to let him start to pull away on the more usable medium compound tires. But you know what, the sun is starting to fall away a bit as Jacko has a big slide. The tires are going, but is it worth it just to try and stare at another couple of laps to get to the intermediate stage, if we indeed get one? Ah, well, you're excited, aren't you? Right, so, I think our focus should really be on to this guy here now. Karu Babu's on the hards. Now, I commentated one hub in Baku the other week, and what happened there was that the guys on the hard compound tires didn't need to pit for intermediates when it started to sprinkle with rain, because these tires work pretty well in the changeable conditions. And do you know what? If we get a situation where the rain isn't that heavy, Karu Babu might just be in a position to stick it out there. And I think he has only won one ILR race in his whole career. That was Monaco this season. Will he be on for a second one today? He could be looking strong for that. Just depends on how the weather works out. But hopefully we get to see some developments on that at some point soon. Now look at this. We've got Jacko, Jess and Mr. John in the background as well. All starting to get into a bit of a battle. Norwich is way ahead of these guys now. And running outside goes Jacko. Nicely done. And Camu Babu has just lost a place to Gaming King. I think he's been wide off the track. He has. Not helping his progress at all there. And unfortunately, Camu Babu really losing out. I think he's pitting. Has he broke the front wing? Has he got a puncture? Something's happened anyway. Something's gone wrong. I think he's got a puncture. I'll try and... Well, I would try and confirm it, but I don't see any need for a front wing change. Looking for a broken tyre. I don't see one, but I think he must have had a puncture there. Something's not gone right there. I don't really know what happened there. He was just so uncharacteristically slow. I don't really understand that. Gaming King gets by Baza. So, Strawblon has 2 cars between himself and the Red Bull, who's damaged. He can't slow down. He's got a broken car. He's had a really nasty accident as well. That's a big hit. Well then. That's a blow. That's a big blow. And look who the car behind is. It is Splinter. And he can take over the leader of the challenge if he can outscore Baza by, I believe, 8 points. He's 7 behind the road. If you outscore him by 8, then you're straight into the lead. And if Baza's going to be struggling like this, especially with the wet weather coming in, this could be the worst possible time to pit. But I think he's going to have to, because there's just nothing left on the left-hand side. This is a real issue for him now. What does he do? What does he do about this? I think he's going to have to pit. Oh, that's a big blow, this, for Baza. Is this where he loses his championship lead? I think it could well be. Spencer and Strawblonde they've got 6 points, sorry, separating them in the scoring today. They could well go 1-2 in the challenger still. You just don't know. At the minute, Strawblonde will be 1 point behind. If it finishes like this and we get full points. So Strawblonde would be 1 point ahead of Baza, but Splinter would be 5 points ahead. So it'll be 5 points in the top 3 if we stay where we are right now. That's nearly into the back. Did he touch him, Murdoch? I don't think he did. I think he was alright there. But that was close. That was close to an accident. No sign of any rainfall yet. Norwich is making his way back up the field now. Or Nova, sorry, I should say. But, yeah, I don't really know what to expect at the moment. It looks pretty calm for now, but just wait till the rain falls. I must say, the clouds are starting to get pretty dull now, aren't they? France has a little indicator where the lights would turn on in the middle sector when it's about to rain, just because it gets so dull. Maybe look out for some lights here in the stadium section at turn 1. If you're looking for any indication of the rain, that could be it. I just want to see how close we are, you know what I mean? But it certainly is quite dull now. The rain at the moment is imminent. And Beesma stuck it out there. He is still out there, and there's the rain. I said it was imminent. Beesma, now, if this is heavy enough, he's gaining quite a bit from this, because he is on these soft still. He's managed to get them this far, and it's gained him a grand total of 8 places. So it's working out for him this so far. He started down in P14. I was interested to see how he was doing. He's doing quite well. I feel sorry for Camababa. I still don't really know what happened to him. I think he had a puncture or something, but yeah, his race has been a bit derailed by this, but at the moment we are seeing this top 10 very interesting indeed. Look how heavy the rain is already. This could be difficult to judge. I do say it's a short lap, so it could be a different lap pretty much every time you go round, but I guess it means you've got more time. There's a car off! I think that is Gaming King, so that's at the drag strip section. DRS is disabled, and the rain has come, and it has come very hard indeed. Does anyone go for the overtake there? Monkey Meg is staying out in the lead, and look how heavy the rain is right now. It's absolutely thrown this race into chaos. Look at Murdoch. Poor Murdoch has stayed out there, and he's absolutely struggling like mad. This is heavy rain. This isn't light rain. This is, I think, heavy rain. And suddenly, the race has just exploded into life. Look how heavy this is. Does anyone get through this last sector? Look at Baza. Oh, he'll be hating his life choices by now. This is horrendous. Oh, these guys, man. And this is meant to stop soon, but with how heavy it is, this will take a while to dry out. Let's watch the race leader, who's currently got 18 seconds over Murdoch, but oh, he's gonna spin. Oh, he just couldn't slow it down. When he was shifting down, it just wanted to spin on him. He gets lapped there by Ferry Ellis and Monkey Meg. Well, the rain just got heavy like that. Click of a finger and look at it. Absolutely tipping it down. Murdoch has lost his car as well. And this is the most difficult part of the track now. Monkey Meg, 14 seconds down on this lap so far. Moras has just crashed out of the race, I believe. And that's going to be another incident for Monkey Meg. He's really struggling to get back now. And Straw Blonde is going to be taking the lead of this race with Baza way down in 14th. This, and for Splinter in 3rd. Which, sorry, no, it'll be next second. The Alphas are going to be taking control of this championship today. The way it stands, because Monkey Meg and Murdoch and Baza have all just had a disastrous last 5 minutes. And we're in for a potential Alfa Romeo masterclass right now. And even though Gaming King was facing backwards at the end of the last lap, he's still onto the podium positions now. And Straw Blonde, as I said, leads this race from his teammate. And he leads by a long way. 9 seconds is huge. So, wow. They had to make that decision very quickly, because the rain just so quick. And that's what I'm saying, such a short lap. I guess you can think, oh, I'll risk it one more. And that's sometimes if you risk it one more. Sometimes it just doesn't really work out for you. But, right, this has changed the whole complexion of the race, as I said. Let's look at the position change, shall we? Yeah, look at that for the top 3. 14 by Gaming King. 6 and 5 by the 2 Alphas, respectively. Beesma up 9. Yellows for Mr. John, who has hit the wall. And is trying to get himself corrected. So turn 1 proving to be quite slippery still, as you would imagine with the rain. Oh, the rest of them are all getting on okay there. I think he thinks is alright. But man, I have never seen rain fall that bad, and it could still hit heavy rain still. We don't really know. All I do know is it dried them in the end, but that took a lap to go from a dry track to a soaked track, so really there's no guarantees at the moment. We don't know what's going to happen. Here's Gaming Kane on the back of Splinter. Baza and Jess have been fighting. And Baza gets ahead. He needs to start getting those points though now. Baza really has to start scoring some points, and Jack has left the session. Maybe he fancies watching from the sidelines. He's just seeing what's happened. He thinks, you know what, I want to watch the stream for this, because this is very interesting. Right, Mr. John, I think, is in the pit lane, or he's had another accident. He'll be in the pit lane in a moment, I imagine, shortly. But look at this. Oh, that's a dive. That's a dive from Gaming King. They've both gone off the track. Him and Splinter. Now Norwich is back into this. And I think we could be on the full wets in a moment, people. Is anyone going to take that risk? We'll wait and see. But I think we could be in for it in a moment, because this is absolutely tipping it down. I've never seen anything like this in an ILR race before. Any league race. It's incredible. Does Straw Blonde take a pit stop? What is his Jeff telling him? Oh, look at him. He's nearly going to crash off. He's nearly had a drag strip incident, but he's going to stay out. What about Gaming King? He's got some good pace out here at the moment, but will he decide to pit for wets? I think we're all sticking with intermediates for now. It's a very awkward crossover point, though. I do wonder if anyone will take the risk. Mr. John's in the pits to change his front wing, and he's gone to new inters, so he doesn't fancy the wets. No one fancies the wets at the moment. But, yeah, we'll just see what the weather does, because it is pretty treacherous right now. This time, like 5 minutes ago, it was still dry, believe it or not. Just one of those weird things, you know. But Gaming King, yeah, he's got some real pace. He's absolutely streaking clear, and he's closing now on our race leader. It'll take him a while to catch, mind you, but still. Now, yellow flags. That is for Crazy Flying Rob. Jack has rejoined, but let's see what's happening in this hairpin. Anyone having any issues? We got yellows. I think that's still for Crazy Flying Rob, who's hopefully got himself corrected now. I think these guys are just sort of calming themselves down now. Only lap 13, remember. We've still got such a long way to go. There's no point trying to sabotage yourself at this point. But wow. Wow, wow. What a couple of laps we've just had. And it's not over yet. It is not over yet. There's a car. That is Mr. John, who's quite slow. I was worried if that was the leader for a moment, but it's not. Jack rejoined, but I don't think he could stay. Now, Chris Van Robbie hit the wall, I think. Is he going to go more intermediates, or is it going to be the wet compound tire? I think it's going to be intermediates again, it is. So no one's going to be going onto the wets then. New front wing there as well. I wonder if Jack's just going to have to give up on this. I don't think he's going to be able to stay. But look at Beesman's run. Beesman with a nice little run here on Norwich. On Nova. On the outside he goes. And, well, do you know what this means? It means the top four somehow managed to gain a combined total of 35 places. If he can complete this move, Beesman. Which he does. And if that doesn't tell you how mental this weather's been and how the strategy's played into effect, 35 places gained by the top four combined. Madness, it's just madness. It really is. So elsewhere, I do still feel sorry for Camo Babu. Let me just see his gap right now, because if he didn't have to make that pit stop, he would have been right up there. Look, he would have been right up there. Just don't really know what happened to him. He seemed to have a puncture and he had to pit. And then a couple hours later, the rain started to fall. But then again, he also had to feel sorry for Bazzi. He broke his front wing, pitted. Next lap, this happened, and all the rain came down. So yeah, now the rain is getting quite light now. Matt King, thank the heavens I'm absent from this. Well, it's much better to watch this as a spectator, I must say, because this is mad. We've calmed down a bit now, but yeah, when we're in the brunt of the storm, yeah, pretty nasty. And we're going to have to go crossover point. How quickly would the track dry when we hit the crossover? It got wet pretty quickly. Does that mean it'll dry pretty quickly? I guess I have to wait and see, but that is our next question. What's going to happen at the crossover to dry compound tires? Now, Camo Babu's just got by Jacko. They're side by side. Nice little run on the exit. But, yeah, not going to get through, unfortunately, for him. Oh, that's not looking good. He's not going to make that, is he, Jacko? That's a bit of an interesting line there from the Red Bull driver. Camo Babu seems to be much quicker. You can imagine if he gets ahead, he'll be streaking clear, but at the minute he's just sort of stuck behind the Red Bull driver. We've still got Gaming Kane, by the way, closing that gap to Straw Blonde. It'll take a while to catch, I still think, but he's getting there, he is getting there. There's the sun, look. The sun's coming back, we've got some blue skies. And that rainstorm looks like it's starting to pass. And we're going to have to do it all over again as we go back to the dries in a minute. And, well, we're not even at the halfway point of the race yet, so yeah, you thought that first half was mental. Wait until you see what's going to happen in the second half. Crazy Van Robb's letting people through there, that's why it was all looking pretty tight there. But will Murdoch fancy a look on Camo Babu, who's now falling off the back of Jacko a little bit? No. Quick reminder for everyone who's here, I am happy to chat to you in chat if you fancy it. I'll be here for ILR1 as well in 45 minutes, so yeah, you'll see me twice every Thursday, apart from 2 or 3 because there's pre-formals for our school on, and I'm sorry people, but I'm not missing them. Beesler is not missing a remarkable passing sprinter either. He's just got up into P3. He's really having a good day here, Beesler. And, well, I think at this point, it's now... that's an awkward place to leave the car. And there's yellow flags because of how slow the Haas is going there. It's a bit dangerous. I think that was Ferrialis, wasn't it? It was, yeah. But like I say, there's a few Thursdays I won't be here for. But, you know, ILR1 and ILR8 on a Thursday night. 6:30 for ILR8 and 8 o'clock for ILR1. That's what I'm doing. And, yeah. I'll go more in depth about ILR1, why it's a Thursday, when we get to the ILR1 stream. All I'm going to say is, you'll want to be there. Please. But anyway, yeah, as I said, there's only a few days... Only a few Thursdays I won't be able to be here because we have pre-formals and a formal. And I am not missing them because I've already missed 2 of them and I don't want to miss any more. Okay? Okay. We've got no ILR8 frauds. No one is a fraud. Don't worry about frauds. We don't use that language here. ILR1, however, well, Corey is an ILR1. So, and then again, it's ILR1 for him or ILR4. We all know which one makes sense. So, let's see how quickly this track dries up, shall we? As you can see, the rain has stopped, and we saw some good shots from turn 5 that the sun was coming back out again. And so, we have a look and find out where the crossover point's going to be. And, well, it's a bit of a shiny track still, a bit of a greasy track, but you can see a line starting to form. And, yeah, you can see the blue sky there. Clouds actually starting to cover the sun again, but from this angle it looks alright. So you can see a dry line starting to form. I'm going to say lap 20 when we were pitting, and then, well, what tire will you go on to? You have to be on the mediums, I guess. Do these people have new mediums? It's an interesting question to ask. It's a possibility that some of them won't, depending on what strategy they chose earlier on. If I remember correctly, if you choose balanced, you only get 1 set of mediums. And some people actually qualified on the mediums, so, and I think that might mean you don't get another set. I'll have to wait and find out. But just be wary that some people might not be able to actually go back on to mediums. Only one way to find out, though. Right, Strobland is not pitting this lap. We're not really too surprised by that, though. I think the guy you want to be looking out for here is Gaming King, because he could really win this race tonight. I think he could do this. But, just going to say it now, if we finish as we are at the moment, the championship leader would become Strobland, I think. We've got yellow flag. I don't really know what it's for, if it's for Mr. John, again, out of some people's way, but let me just crunch my numbers. Baz is not going to score a single point, and so Strobland will get ahead of him on by 8 points. He's also outscored his teammate by 13 points, so he'll be leading the championship from his teammate by 3. Yes, by 3, and by 8 to Baza. Unfortunately, Dexter is going to fall out of the championship fight a tad from this. But, yeah, listen, a little bit to play for next week. But certainly, Alpha Romeo look like they're going to be going 1-2 at the top of the driver's standings if it stays the way it is. Which, knowing my commentator's curse, it won't. But, yeah. And by the way, for anyone interested, ILR1 being on a Thursday, it's a brand new ILR1 championship. We're starting from scratch. I think VSR are waiting and taking the ILR1 Season 6 Part 1 championship. I think we're calling ILR1 actually ILR1 Thursdays this year. This just to, you know, not confuse it. But yeah. Now, when we go to ILR1 tonight, it's a brand new season, so you're really going to want to tune in to see who's going to be for the running. I've got a soft spot for McMahon because he's Irish, and I like to see Irishmen do well. I'm Northern Irish, but you know, got to support the Irish guys anyway. My money's on him tonight. Although I think there are a few more Irishmen in there, but still. That's ILR1 tonight. I'll go on about that later on, because now we've got some pit stops, or at least a pit stop for Nova. He has got a set of mediums. He qualified, I think he qualified. He's got a broken front wing as well. I think he qualified on the soft. Yes, he did. So he gets that medium set, I think. Although, actually, no, he doesn't. I don't know. Maybe some people did have more than one set. But we'll wait. In fact, we'll figure that out. All right, as we go. I think it's too early anyway for drives. This will put Baza into a point-scoring position. I just can't see him getting on the par hard enough to be able to catch up. Look at Baza. He's just disappeared there. So yeah, the track does get wet quick and dry slow. So I guess we sort of expected that. No real shocking revelations there. Crazy Flying Rob's under the set of sauce, and yeah, he's not going to get those to the end, I can tell you that for sure. Brandon's on some mediums, and he's just binned it, I think. And he just binned it. Well, let's just watch him straw blow on. Let's see if we can find his car. Yeah, he's stuck it into the pit wall. That's kind of awkward. He's put it in the pit wall and just been respawned on the track, so yeah, I don't think it's really time for dries yet, do you? Surprised there's no safety car for that, honestly. But, oh well. Hope these guys won't listen to my lap 20 advice, because I still actually think it's too early for this tire, but people are pitting now. Lap 20 and lap 21. Jacko's into the pits as well. He's on mediums. Jacko's on the hards. Of course, hards are an option. Do forget that. I did forget that. Right. Well, I want to keep an eye on Jacko, actually. It looks like Strawball, by the way, in these changeable conditions is much better than Gaming King was in the full white. But anyway, I think Jack's actually back. So, yay, Jack. But yeah, I said about Baku when it rains, the hards are OP right now, but I don't think it's going to be the same story for the hards here. Although Jacko must be said is on a much drier track than others who've come around him, so that'll include Monkey Meg, who, well, got a bit screwed over in the first place, but he might be starting to get his way back into it. Straw Blonde are race leaders into the pit lanes. I think we are now at the crossover point. Gaming King, no, he fancies one to the back marker there off Crazy Flying Rob as Jacko and Narch go at it. Nova, sorry, not Narch. Straw Blonde's onto the mediums. Narch, Nova, got his goal right outside. Oh, Monkey Meg's off the track as these two fight. Oh man, I just cursed him. He's been disqualified. I just cursed him. Nova gets back by. Right, Straw Blonde, championship lead really on the line. That's Crazy Fan Rob, he's been off the track. Well, we're getting the cars, losing it. We got yellow flags in all three sectors. It's just not going to plan. But it does look like a dry track now, that's the thing. It does look more like a dry track. But Straw Blonde cannot get it slowed down or turned in, so what do we believe here? What do we believe? Who's making the mistakes, first of all? Is it someone... Oh, that's Camo Babo, straight out of the pit lane. He's done just what Brandon did. It's just so difficult to try and judge. DRS is enabled, but I don't really think it's time for it. Although, saying that, Murdoch on insert has just gone off the track. Is Straw Blonde really catching? He'll still lead the race, obviously, but is he actually gaining out of it? I don't think he is. Well, that was interesting, but I think we're going to get the top here on the pits now. Makes no sense to stay anymore, because at this point the engines will just overheat to hell. I think Straw Blonde will gain as well, because look at this, Gaming King got held up. He's not even going to be second. I think this could be Alfa Romeo 1-2 again, or maybe 1-3. Not quite. But Straw Blonde, he's, I think, extended his gap. So I guess it was worth it in the end. But Beesma P2, he'll be happy with that. Gaming King P3, and nice Splinter 4th. And the rest of the intro guys into the pit lane now. Baza, does he gain out of this? Because he needs something to go his way today. I think he'll be in the points. He'll definitely be in the points, but not on the very high points. Although he doesn't need very high. It's a Straw Blonde. If Baza was at... If we finish him right now, I think it'll be 4 points clear. And I think Splinter would be ahead by 1. I think. I'll try and... I'm not going to try and work this out now, but I think it's Straw Blonde leading the championship now. I think. Now, Dexter and Murdoch are on the softs, so they're going to be trying to go a little bit faster, but will their tires get to the end? Let's wait and see. Will they be able to even get the moves done in the first place as well? It's a good question to ask. Jess has crossed the pit lane line, so she's got a penalty. Oopsie doopsie, freaky deaky. Oh, that's a slow car. Is this Mr. John again? How many times has he been Has he been lapped? Look at this. Very awesome, Mr. John getting right in these guys' way. Dexter not going to overtake. There's no way through. But wow, Banlar's not helping themselves out there at all. Look at him. Oh, I think they've crashed. Oh! What on earth has happened there? What on earth? I saw Mr. John was going off into the gravel. I guess he spun when he came back on, but either way, that's just shambolic. Right, Beesma versus Gaming King. Wow, he gets that one slowed down late. He seems very confident on the brakes. Lance Taylor, otherwise known as Monkey Meg, saying that he got the disqualified. I was watching it. It was a very harsh disqualification, I must say. But yeah, listen, you get to watch now. We know it's not really your fault. You were trying to go back into the track nice and carefully. So, you know, what can you say? What can you say, really? Man, Gaming King really is pushing this. We saw this, I think, in qualifying as well. He likes to push it a bit, but he's not actually going that quickly while he's doing it. He set his fastest lap of the day, but I guess everyone will be setting their fastest laps of the day now. It makes sense. And there's 10 laps for him to try and find a way through. But I think as it stands, it's still going to be Alfa Romeo, Stroblon first from Splinter second, and then Baza third, all of it I think 4 points at the moment. But that could change because you've got Jacko and Jack fighting away, and oh, Jack's left again. Okay, I was going to say if Jack could have got through. Oh, Norwich. That's going to give Baza an extra position. That'll be him P2, I think, in the championship then. What would that be? Like 2 points behind Stroblon, because he's scored 6 now. And Stroblon at the moment will be scoring 25. What am I looking for here? I forgot what I was looking for. What am I looking for? Fastest lap, that's what I'm looking for. Jack has got fastest lap with 1 minute 5.2, so I don't think that's going to count. Who has the fastest? Norwich has the fastest lap in the top 10, so he'll be getting that point. So yeah, that's where we're at the moment. I don't think they can give Jack that fastest lap point for 1 minute 5, you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know how he's managed that. He must have cut a lot of corners. I mean, a lot of corners. Look at this. 1 minute 5.2. I think Mark had mentioned this earlier that they need to change the graphic for fast lap because you can barely read it. I've got my gamer glasses on, and I can barely read it. So that's just one thing to point out there. But yeah, 1 minute 5. Jack, do you fancy explaining? Maybe it started his lap timing. Sorry, maybe it started his lap timing when he came back into the lobby earlier. Maybe it started him, I don't know, lap turn 2 or something. Then it just took time from there. Okay, Norwich into the pit lane. Front wing broken. So who would take that fastest lap now? I think it would be Dexter. Oh, sorry, no, Dexter had it anyway. Sorry, Dexter had it already. Oh, sorry, that's my bad. Sorry, Dexter already had it. Sorry, that's my bad. Sorry. Sam Mr. John being lapped again. Shock. I don't want to seem rude, but why are you getting lapped so much? I don't know how his race went, but it started off well. It started off really well, but now he's 2 laps off the pace, so yeah, I don't think he's going to be getting any points today, and nor is Ferry Ellis at this rate, and nor is Brandon, because he's already out, so yeah. Here's Camo Babo on the back of Jess. What a shame for him today. Camo Babo's had just one of those days, hasn't he? Where it's just not working out for him at all. So let me get this straight. So Stroblon, if it finishes the way it is, we're leading the championship by 2 points to Baza, and then Splinter. A further point behind. So it'll be 3 points separate in the top 3. Stroblon 2 ahead of Baza, who's 1 ahead of Splinter. I think. As it stands. Maths there. Quick maths for you. And then Dexter 5th. He's going to outscore Basil by a couple of points, but he's really not going to be a factor at this stage anymore. And there's Camu Baba going past, and Jess is going to crash into him if he doesn't see her coming, which he does, luckily. What about Nova? This is the markings of a humongous accident, hasn't it? Oh, Jess just backs off. She does not want to be a part of that. And now Norwich is going to be all over the back of Camu Babo. Well, that was a bit more shambolic than it needed to be. I think you can say that for sure. But, it's a nice helmet, actually, from Norwich. I didn't really... Can we get a better view of that, please? I didn't really think to check Norwich's helmet. I forgot he's new. But I quite like it, actually. Look, it's got a bit of an HWA vibe about it. I like that. I like that a lot. I don't think it beats Dexter's, but that's very close. Stick that fit in a Mercedes and oh, heaven. So Baza is close to passing Murloc. If he can do this, he'll be level on top with Strawblonde. Let me just see who would actually be top. Because it'd be, I think, then 1 point. No, it'd be 3 points then. Still 7 top 3, just to be equal at the top. But who would get it on countback? I think it would be Strawblonde who would get it still on countback. Because I think he's got 2 wins to Baza's 1 if it finishes the way it is today. I'll check that for you now. I'm sure Actually, no, he will. I'm going to check it anyway, but I'm pretty sure that even if Baza gets by here, he'll still be second after this. He'll have to finish 5th, and that's a further 5.7 seconds away. It's not particularly close. Not in the amount of laps that we've got left. Although, saying that, Murdoch ahead is on the softs. So it could fall... Or, sorry, not him, Dexter. He's on the softs. Could fall apart. They already look a bit second hand, don't they? On Murdoch as Baza goes by. So, equal on points now. Strawblonde and Baza at the top with Splinter 3 points behind the 2. But on top in the standings, thanks to having... Yes. After having two wins, if it finishes like this, Strawblonde will still be equal on top. And so that would mean the points at the end of the race will be Strawblonde on 133 points, with Baza on 133 points, and Splinter on 130 points. Okay, we all understand that? That took me ages to work out. Hope you're all proud of my very slow maths. But at that, Brad, people, a very tight championship fight, I must say. Right, let's go back to the racing, shall we? Probe is in the points, somehow. I must have missed that. I didn't notice. Sorry, Probe. Well done, you're in the points. Nice. Oh, your teammate, man. Flipping hell. Very honest, that's just dangerous, man. You're lucky Jack isn't actually there, or else you'd be in trouble. Saying that, he might be watching, but, you know. By the way, just to confuse us further, if Splinter was to say, oh, I don't know, pass Gaming King, it would be the top 3 in the championship, all equal on points on 133. I don't know what penalties are. Let me just have a little look at that. Oh, okay. So Gaming... Okay, no penalties, because he took the 5-second penalty in the pits. Did Gaming King. Right, okay. Okay, that's fine then. All is good, so, well, say all is good. If Splinter gets by just on track, he's got 4 laps to do it, it would be top 3 in the championship, all equal on 133 points. Strawblonde Strawblonde from either Baza or Splinter. I think it will go to Splinter, because I think he's got 2 wins, Splinter, this season. I think he has. So it would be Strawblonde, Splinter, 2 wins each, 133 points each, and Baza, 133 points. But with only 1 win. Okay. That's if he gets by. And even at that, Peace is not too far away either. Splinter could still end up taking a championship lead on 136 points. But we'll wait and find out, shall we? Just wait and find out. Let me just check Dexter's penalties. I don't think I did that. Just in case Baz can get by. Okay, that's not happening. That's not happening. I hope Spencer has his permutations in his head as well, because yeah, halfway point of the season at the end of this race, and it'd be pretty cool to see them all so close. But yeah, this is his first opportunity. What's the ERS like? Gaming Kane has got plenty, but Splinter's using his. Is there a chance into the hairpin? This is to go second in the championship, equal on points with his teammate, but he's hit into the back. Will he get the move done? I don't think he can really do it morally. Not really the nicest thing to do. And I'm only giving Straw Blonde lead of the championship now. Right, we'll go back to the drawing board here, because it could actually be Spencer if he gets by here on top, because of podiums. Yes, Norwich is in Narnia. That was Straw Blonde going through there. That could have been nasty. My God, these numbers are so confusing. Someone should have, Jacko should have given me some permutations, man. I know he got them wrong last time, but I gotta get my calculator right. Right, I think at the end of this race, Straw Blonde and Spencer, if Spencer gets by, will be equal on points, and Baza too. But Baza's only got one win. He will be third in that trio. Okay, he will be. But if Spencer can get by here, will he be first or will he be second in the championship? Let's find out. Right on the outside he goes. This is 2 laps to go. Not much time for Gaming King to come back if he does get overtaken, but he hasn't been overtaken just yet. So I think it'll be equal on wins for these two. It would be. And on second places, it would be Straw Blonde. Right, so if Spencer gets by here, it'll be Straw Blonde top with 2 wins and 3 second places. And Spencer would be second. There's Jess in the wall. Spencer would be second with 2 wins and I think 2 second places. Okay? We all understand that. And then Baza with only 1 win will be third. Okay? You got that? Good. Because it's a final lap. And we're about to see if these permutations are even useful for you or not. Yellows, not for Baza, so I don't really care. Because we've got this fight here. And Gaming King already quite defensive here. We're gonna see Spencer really just try and force him into a bad line. And he's done so. This is a golden opportunity here. Can Splinter put himself up into second in World Championship standings for ILR8? Side by side, he's completed it, mate. But will he keep it? Will there be any more moves from Gaming King? He's so late on the race. He's been like that the whole race. But Splinter gets through. A chance on the exit. A chance. And I'm seeing Baza closing quite rapidly, by the way. Oh, that's going to be contact. Not quite. Not quite. Gaming King having his any way through. He's trying his hardest. There's nearly contact again. And this is right down to the wire stuff here, people. Is it going to be Splinter? Is it going to be Gaming King who's up in 3rd place? Man. Right, let's watch Straw Blonde. He takes the win. He takes the championship lead as well. Beesman's coming around the final corner, but look at these two behind. Who's going to get 3rd? I think Splinter's just about got it. And so he will be up to 2nd in the championship standings. Gaming King 4th on his debut. Not too bad for him. Dexter's going to come home P5. And here is Baza. Now he's low on fuel. And he's backed off a lot on this lap. But if he can just finish P6, he will go 3rd. He'll fall down to 3rd. But be equal on points. So Straw Blonde, with his 2 wins and 3 second places, leads the ILR8 Championship. Spencer, with less second places but the same amount of wins, 2nd on the same amount of points. And Baza, with only 1 win, 3rd. And they're all on 133 points. Jacko in 7th on the road. Murdoch 8th, and Probe is coming home 9th in a moment with Camu Babo. He'll get a point for his troubles, I guess he'll take that. Norwich Nova not having the best day of his life, unfortunately for him. And Jess on the last corner, finishing 13th, so we're just waiting for Norwich then, I guess. Right, I had to calculate that. furiously in my head. But if I'm wrong, I'm triggered. Right, I know it's given a podium. Shoot me. I don't care about my XP. So Straw Blonde winner then from Beesma, Splinter, Gaming King, Dexter, Bazza, Jacko, Murdoch, Profa, Camababu, Norwich, Jack, Jess, John, Chris Van Rob, Ferry Ellis, Brandon, Mora, Speedwood, and Monkey Meg. Right, I'm gonna end this off now because I've got to get ready for ILR1. But, yeah, I'll see you soon. Who's that in the comments? Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything here. Right, okay, right, see you soon. Goodbye! And join me for ILR1 in about 20 minutes.